And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Team Rhino OMMA, presenting Joe
And we're down we go.
Andy, it sounds like Joe Hagan has a few friends in the crowd.
That definitely sounds like it.
Wow, what a reception. Both of these guys, again, a novice bout at middleweight, both of them plenty of experience and plenty of victories in novice bouts like the OMMA Nationals and things like that. Kaillum Leech last week won gold in the MMA leagues, a couple of bouts under his belt, and he went 1-1 in the OMMA Youth Worlds a couple of weeks ago, so he has been busy recently. He's going to be fresh, he's going to be sharp. Competed at the OMMA Nationals in March as well. Joe Hagan won gold in his division at that, so yeah, both of them used to getting their hands raised. Both of them really building up some experience here. So Hagan, of course, just entered the cage. He's the lovely highlighted hair and the red shin pads, and we've got Kaillum Leech in all black and representing Holohan martial arts. Paddy Holohan in his corner, who you'll hear later on the commentary. Leech trying to get on the front foot, but Hagan firing back. Hagan's landing a little bit. Leech trying to connect the two hands around the back. Has them connected. He's trying to drag his opponent to the floor, but he bounces and lands on his back. Hagan on top. An unfortunate turn of events for Kaillum Leech, who executed a nice takedown, but a little bounce in the corner of the cage did him no favours.
No, it did not, but he's been able to get close guard here, but his head against the cage, difficult to do anything.
Yeah, it limits your possibilities of using your jiu-jitsu off your back, and you can't really move or get an angle.
Joe knows that. He wants to keep him pressed up against this cage wall.
Yeah. And of course, a reminder, this is a novice rules bout, which means no headshots in these positions. Becomes a little bit more jiu-jitsu friendly when you take some headshots out of the equation, but Kaillum Leech just trying to create a little bit of space, extending the hips, breaking down on the posture of Hagan at the same time. Tries to hip bump, but a little laboured in that attempt, but didn't really get any power into it. Hagan just turns him and puts his head against the fence, which is a bright move. And he's tempted there, I think, to throw a big headshot, but then pulled the shot at the last moment. Lovely sweep there by Leech, excellent work. Just grabbed the two ankles and gave a little bump. Left his ankle exposed, but he's heavy on that leg, so I don't think he's going to get submitted. And he manages to skip out. Connects the hands and makes his opponent pay a little bit for that control time.
Bit of almost like a jiu-jitsu match there in the first round.
Yeah, as I say, once you take the headshots out of the equation, it becomes a little more grappler friendly, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm impressed so far with Kaillum Leech. That takedown was nice. Just it was
the cage wall, wasn't it? Really, he was definitely getting a good position off that, but just bounced off the cage, ended up on his back.
One of those things. Did well, kept composed, got the sweep, and then got that little second takedown right at the end. So, he'll grow in confidence from that. And
just looking at the corner, Paddy has to be one of the most animated coaches and one of the most athlete invested coaches. He's got one fighter on the card and a novice. He's everywhere. He travels everywhere with his fighters. Doesn't matter whether they're pro fighters, UFC fighters, novices. He's everywhere.
Yeah. He's like myself, Andy. He's on another show up north here tomorrow, and flat to the mat all weekend. And look at that passion.
You love to see it, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Round two, Hagan out in the southpaw stance. Lets that left hand fly. Big shots. Leech just wants to get a hold of him. Big looping right hand by Leech. Nearly found a home.
Oh.
Big knee, did it go a little low? No, it was all right. Knees to the body are all fair game in these clinch exchanges. The head position is good here by Kaillum Leech. He's really making Hagan struggle against the fence. Driving the crown of his head just into the side of the neck and in and around under the jawline.
Same takedown as he attempted in the first round. This time he's got the top position, top half, and he's climbing the mount.
Yeah, he looks very good with the wrestling. That's a nice pass into that top position. Pulls the post out from underneath.
He just almost invited Joe to come around there so he could take his back, but
yeah, it was momentarily an option, wasn't it?
He's looking at the head and arm, yeah.
Hagan smelled it coming and just got the arm back to a safe position. Liking this top pressure by Kaillum Leech. I'm very impressed so far. Hagan's trying everything, the little bump off the fence to try and get out, but Leech did well. He just kind of gave him a little bit of wiggle room and then stayed connected to keep the back mount. Keeping the chest glued to the back of Hagan so that he didn't get turfed off, and finishing this round very strongly.
A brilliant round there for Kane.
Yeah. As I said, he'll feel very confident now after how the grappling exchanges have gone so far. He seems to be in the ascendancy. Big deep breaths being taken in the corner by Joe Hagan. And again, as you said, Paddy Holohan, very animated, passionate and driven in the corner here of Kaillum Leech.
Yeah, he'll be encouraging him to get this back against the cage. It just seems that he gets the fight the cage, gets his underhooks, and he's on that takedown. As soon as he gets to the top position, he's hardly shift. And obviously, Jerry's going to want to try and keep Joe away from that cage wall as much as possible early in the third. How do you do that, though? This is the problem.
Easier said than done.
There we go already. Look, Kaillum has him right up against the cage wall. 10 seconds into the round.
Yeah, he came out with the eyes on the prize, didn't he? And really getting on the front foot. You can see that he's very physically strong.
Yeah.
But he's doing all the right things here. The underhooks are in the right place. He's keeping that connection. And
it's that head pressure you're talking about, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows what he's at. It's not just physical strength. He's doing the right things there.
He's working down low now. Oh, that was a low knee.
Yep. A little stray shot there. There'll be a moment of respite here for both fighters. Joe Hagan looks like he needs that moment as well, to be fair. It looked like a pretty impactful shot. Taking a few deep breaths here, and Kaillum Leech is going to be very happy with this performance. Once we, if and when we do get through all 3 rounds, it'll be 3 good ones in the bank for this guy. Looks a promising prospect. Both guys, as I said, they've become accustomed to getting their hands raised.
Yeah, for sure.
Hagan looks like he could throw a shot. Slip and rip. Needs a counter right hook there by Leech. The hands have dropped now from Hagan just from that tiredness.
Yeah.
Possibly of the, when you're being pinned against the fence. The old arms can start to feel heavy, and now Leech is getting a chance to let his hands fly. And growing in confidence.
Here we go again. Double underhooks against the cage wall. He's going to look to take him down with that same takedown. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Balance this time by Hagan was exemplary though. Did very well to defend that. And there we go.
beautiful.
Kaillum Leech really growing in confidence and starting to put on a little bit of wrestling clinic, looking for the old Americana on that side. Doesn't manage to get that figure 4 grip, but he teased it. Hagan taking some deep breaths here. He's really feeling this pressure. Now it's his turn to get driven against the fence.
And this will suit Kaillum because 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
You fancy he's done enough here.
Oh yeah, it's been a really good display. It all went wrong in the first round with that takedown that bounced and inadvertently it reversed him into the bottom position, but he looks to have turned it around. Excellent work by Kaillum Leech.
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sun ain't changing the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this. Time flies by, yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone.
After 3 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this bout 29-28 for a winner by unanimous decision, Kaillum Leech.
Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We got 2 in the front, 2 in the back, singing along when we don't look back. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a